At any moment now, James Holmes will be walking out of the Arapahoe jail and into the courthouse. Security is tight out here, and if you take a look behind me, there are security guards on top of the building on standby. I'm here at Highway 36 in Wadsworth, where a two-car collision happened just before 3 a.m. Several homes were forced to evacuate, and take a look at this. The fire scorched an entire acre of land. Harness says when they got there, Young rolled down his window and flashed his 10-inch knife. Caution tape is blocking off access to these apartments. Just a mile down the road right here, a tanker truck filled with asphalt oil collided into a Jeep. While we wait for a chance for a successful bid, we do know that the Denver Stadium meets the requirements to host the Super Bowl. According to this letter written by the school principal, one student has been suspended. Hundreds of fans flocked to the Denver team store to buy their last-minute gear for the huge playoff game tomorrow against the Ravens. 12 Fort Carson soldiers were in the middle of training exercise when all of a sudden they were running for shelter.
Their vegetation, just a large field area.
That's when the unthinkable happened. They were struck by lightning, leaving one in critical condition. 2 weeks from tonight,
they were just working in the field.
9 farm workers were struck by lightning in a cornfield in Wellington. A handful of them had to go to the hospital.
Due to lightning strikes, muscular weakness.
Lightning strikes are nothing to joke about, especially when it's happening more occasionally.
I used to poo-poo the whole lightning strike thing until you get hit, then you don't poo-poo it anymore.
Chip Wyman should know. He survived a lightning strike and lived to tell about it. He was leaning against a tree, cheering for his daughter at a cross-country meet.
I was leaning against a tree because it was raining. I didn't want to get rained on.
Next thing he knew,
it just picked me up and smashed me on the ground and blew all the tree bark all over me.
He shows us what's left of his clothing.
And that's what the pocket is supposed to look like there, and that's where it burned the shorts to my bottom.
Although Wyman suffered from third-degree burns, he says he's lucky to be alive. Standing under a tree like this versus this might have saved him his life.
They say it was a good thing I didn't have my hand on it because it could have gone through my heart.
Here's what the experts say you need to know when you spot lightning in the area. Follow the 30-30 rule. When you first spot lightning, count the seconds until you hear thunder. If that number is 30 seconds or less, find cover. Number 2, avoid open fields, but if you are in one, find the lowest possible area. And lastly, spread out. If you're in a group and lightning is already too close, try to spread out.
I have a much healthier respect for it.
As should everyone. Knowing these safety tips will help you now before you need it in a split second later. Reporting in Denver, Chelsea Dickerson, Channel 2 News. This mysterious death of the 6-year-old girl forces investigators to be extra cautious while searching the Longmont home. The family of Luvia Espinoza Morales say that she was suffering from flu-like symptoms when they brought her to the Longmont United Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Just to be safe, crews blocked off the home and dressed in full hazardous material suits to investigate inside.
I think that's really sad,
said a neighbor, but she was more taken aback by the type of commotion that was going on.
No, I thought it was a drug raid or something going on over there.
But it wasn't. Officers actually say that there was nothing suspicious going on here. All this is to protect the officers of any possible virus. Detective Commander Tim Lewis says,
if it was the flu and it did kill a child, then we don't want it spreading to other people, and we have to take precautions.
These crews had to document the whole environment for the coroner, so they bring out things of interest. Then they have to be decontaminated with bleach solution.
It seems a little bit much, but it was the only solution that the professionals could come for us.
It all seems odd to neighbors that the little girl is gone, especially to the ones that knew her well.
I have a 4-year-old who used to play with him. It's a little scary to find out a little girl just died right beneath you.
It could be weeks before the coroner finds out the cause of death. Officials say that there is no danger to the public. In Longmont, Chelsea Dickerson, Channel 2 News.